But I may get a little scratchy on the words, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. I've never played it on the stage before. So anyway, let's see what we can do with it. I call this thing Steve and I, my brother Steve. Mom and Dad smoked Philip Morris cigarettes, drinking old Milwaukee on the front porch at sunset. My brother Steve and I, we'd ride our bikes, and we'd ride behind the skeeter truck till it run out of sight. It was a time of simple things back then, and there were no warning labels on the smokes or on the cans. And that fog coming from that skeeter truck is probably the reason now that my mind still runs amok. We had a fort in the field there by the house, and a girl could gain membership by the donning of her blouse. My brother Steve and I, we'd let her in, and we'd give her the secret password if she wanted in again. It was a time of simple things back then, and a fort with the pirate flag seems like the best laid plan. And that girl that had given up her blouse, she turned out to be a spy, and we were restricted to the house. Kids could safely play, and a mom that worked and a dad that kept home. It was a different back then. I wish I could walk the fields again in those fields where I would roam. Remember, this is just a week old. The soapbox derby came to town. We were brazen, fearless drivers on that hill that we'd go down. My brother Steve and I, we'd make our cars and dream about the day we'd race in fearless disregard. It was a time of simple things back then, and they made me race my brother. What the heck was wrong with them? Well, as I passed him there at the finish line, I got my first taste of bittersweet, but Steve said it was fine. Route 9, box 29 in Polk County, USA, a place where kids could run and safely play, and a dad that worked and a mom that kept the home. How I'd love to walk those paths again in the fields where we would roam. Taking away the time. When two little boys shared the joys of a tree that they could climb. But my brother Steve and I, we share a grin of two little boys with a little sis and the simple things back then. My brother Steve. He owns a fish camp right up here on Lake Panasoffkee now. My brother Steve did pretty good. He was smart. He didn't get into festival business. He became director of operations of the largest law firm in the state of Florida. We were proud of him. He retired, took his money and bought a fish camp. Tracy's Point Fishing Lodge. Y'all stop by there and see Steve sometime and tell him you heard that song.